Hey guys, it is Nick here with another Nick's Topics Dragon Ball What If topic video for today. And today, we are getting into part 2 of my first Dragon Ball What If on this channel that is actually going to stay up this time. What if Hercule, in the original Dragon Ball continuity, was a Z fighter and actually met Goku and Bulma in the early days of Dragon Ball? This is definitely a good look-see into seeing a weaker Dragon Ball character get his justice and actually end up mattering. And in this story, Goku and Hercule are actually going to become best friends. Now, to shortly recap the last episode, Goku and Bulma met Hercule on their way to get the Dragon Balls, and Hercule, a younger Hercule mind you, was on his way to the Satan Dojo. After hearing what they were going to do, he decided to join them. And they would go on to defeat the Bear Thief and also meet Master Roshi. But unfortunately, Hercule and Goku would be denied training, pushing Hercule to get even stronger and make him see otherwise, perfecting his newest and most powerful attack yet, the Dynamite Kick, since he'd pretty much just come up with it. And, after fighting against the likes of Yamcha, an actual human adversary, learning a new move, coming up with it on the spot, the Rolling Hercule Punch. Let's begin the actual story. The rest of everything that would happen after the fight with Yamcha would go per normal, up until the point where we meet the Ox King and Chi-Chi. And since this happens, Goku and Chi-Chi are still going to meet and eventually get married, but I'm not going to spoil everything right away. I will just leave you guys with the closure that these two will meet. Then we get to the scene where Master Roshi has to come to the Ox King's place to put out the fire on Fire Mountain. And since Hercule is there now, whenever Master Roshi unleashes his first Kamehameha wave, or the first Kamehameha wave, this leaves Hercule stunned because this is the first time he would see an energy-based attack, and he's just standing there speechless. He thought he had seen crazy stuff before with even Yamcha's Wolf Fang Fist attack, but this is just insane. He just projected energy from his hands, and it's like no one here is fazed? And what surprises him and bewilders him more is the fact that Goku projects a smaller version of the same beam at a car. And Hercule doesn't know what to think. Could he consider this a trick? Or is he seeing things? After seeing this, I don't think that right away he would want to learn such. I think he would still be traumatized at the fact that he just saw this from other people. And he'd be thinking like, are these people actually human? And I think he would stick to melee attacks for the moment. That will change later down the line. Then we get to the scene of Monster Carrot and his terrorization of the small village. Now, everything that would lead up to before that point would go the same, up until the point where Monster Carrot turns Bulma into a carrot. And Hercule, he just felt like he's seen enough, but he can't give up. He can't just run away. He wants to get that training from Master Roshi, dang it, so he's gonna get it. But unfortunately, Goku is the one who has to defeat him with the power pole, send him to the moon again, because if Hercule attacked, he would just get sent into a carrot too, and it would just be a whole hassle. But that doesn't mean Hercule's going to be left out in the dust for this fight. He's actually going to fight the Rabbit Gang, who he defeats actually pretty easy. His real, first taste of, victory for himself. And that gives him some closure, even though, with everything he's seen. Then we get to the scene of Pilaf's gang and their castle, and everything leading up to Pilaf getting the 7 Dragon Balls and summoning the dragon. Now, Hercule, Yamcha, Goku, Bulma, and everybody else still trapped, so they can't see what's going on yet. Pilaf is ready to summon the dragon, and summons Shenron for the very first time. And nobody can really see what's going on. But through a small crack, where Puar and Oolong escaped in the original, Hercule sees Shenron and starts freaking the crap out. Is this the dragon that they were talking about? Getting a wish? He could just yell out that he wants to be the strongest man in the world right now, but he's too scared. Like, this is all very bewildering to him. So, it's up to Puar and Oolong to get out there and stop Pilaf from getting his wish, because Hercule can't fit through there, and I'm not sure that even Shenron would hear his voice, even if he wanted to be the strongest. Oolong wishes for the panties, like the original. Oh my god, I hate that. And Goku turns into the Great Ape form after looking at the moon. And Hercule, let's just say that he's gonna need some serious therapy. But after seeing all this, and inspired past belief to want to train with Roshi and become the world's strongest man, I still don't think that he would be necessarily willing to give that up. He's still gonna want to fight and everything. And he's bonded with Goku quite well. Him and Goku, from their sparring matches and stuff, they've actually grown pretty close. Then we get to the scene on Master Roshi's Island where Krillin makes a first-time appearance. Hercule making fun of him a little bit, and this kind of angers Krillin. Tries to fight back, Hercule just knocks him out. And that all pretty much goes per normal. And Hercule, after using Rolling Hercule Punch and Dynamite Kick further, pretty much almost mastering the Dynamite Kick, tries to learn up a new move that he would go to call his Ultra Megaton Punch. And if you're wondering why I'm coming up with his signature moves here and then, it's because he'd be training way sooner. Then we get to the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament. But it's gonna go a lot differently than you might assume. Hercule meets with Jackie Chun, who he does not know to be Master Roshi at the time, and unfortunately gets eliminated by him in the preliminaries. And this greatly upsets him. All of his training for nothing? But on the bright side, he does get to watch the tournament and maybe figure out how this Jackie Chun, he just seems so familiar to Master Roshi. But he isn't able to watch the end results of the tournament in its entirety, even though Kid Goku, we all know, lost, with slightly more of an advantage because he's stronger. He sees and hears of a famous singer named Miguel, and he's actually quite captivated by her. He really gets a fondness for her, and he feels like this might not be the first time that they will meet at the World Martial Arts Tournament. Everything after that goes the same, leading up to the events of the Red Ribbon Army. And that's where we leave things for the moment. A little bit shorter than the first part, just by a little bit, but like I said, I don't want to make the videos too long and go past sagas. I don't want to make the videos seem inconsequential to like what an actual Dragon Ball What If would be if you started from scratch. But I hope you guys enjoyed this second part. What do you guys think of Hercule being friends with Goku and getting stronger? Leave a comment, and I will see you guys next time.